So the New York encounter this year, the theme was an impossible unity, and I don't want to speak for anybody, but those of us who were in the initial budding stages of this, we were thinking about what are the cultural challenges that we have today, and how are we addressing them? The disunity that a year ago when we began working on the encounter, the disunity in our nation, our country, and families, in our workplace, etc., was pretty evident in the hearts of all of us. And so this beautiful title, The Impossible Unity, came out of discussions, of sharing back and forth of each other, witnessing to what our experience was, and what the experience of our families and our friends and our colleagues was. And so what I witnessed, I can tell you, in the 2 days being at the encounter was this impossible unity. For example, Dorothy Day's life, which was such a paradox, which the exhibit on her life shared that paradox of her life. She was a woman who was a pacifist, yet she was aggressive in that pacifism. Or looking at the situation that we have right now in the arts world, to have a presentation of Isoro Sutu, who has this experience of following the words of Gaudi, who left no words, who only left this beautiful building. So this is a place where we're witnessing over and over witnesses of people who are living a unity in a very crazy world, in a crazy way, in a crazy job, whatever the case might be. So for me, it's been incredibly edifying to see how the words of Father Giussani, who is in a sense, the generator of all of this through his charism, that unity that he desired among us, which is what creates real unity, which is based in a relationship with Christ, is happening. We have people here who, I met a guy yesterday, for example, who came from Boston, and he was scrolling the internet. He found, for some reason, the New York Encounter website. He had no idea what it meant. He was reading it, it sounded interesting, so he drove from Boston, has been here for 3 days or 2.5 days. And so, and something he didn't plan, he didn't organize, has fulfilled him in a way that he would never have understood. So, so that's the theme, impossible unity. So, an experience I had at the encounter actually was very powerful. Today was seeing, I'm gonna cry. seeing the presentation of Father Giussani's life, and there are people who came from Africa, from Italy, from South America, from Japan, who presented their encounter, shared with us their encounter with Father Giussani, how they met Father Giussani, what Giussani did in their life. And these are all people who, though Giussani's been dead almost 13 years now, have an active relationship with him. They all talked about this presence that is still with us, and all, whether it be a doctor or somebody who's a monk in a Japanese monastery, to Father PG, who ministers to people in Brazil, where he's been since the 1950s. Everybody shared. A Rose from Uganda, who works with women with AIDS. Everyone shared how Father Giussani marked and continues to mark their life. Wow. For me, that was beautiful because it's my experience. It's my experience. It's interesting because these are people I've known for 30 plus years. These are not people, I'm hearing this for the first time. But these are my friends who I met when I first met Father Giussani way back in 1984. So by far that was the most beautiful. It was a capstone, the masterpiece of the New York Encounter this year, is the presentation of Father Giussani's life through his friends, and the book, obviously, of Father Giussani, which just came out.